Yo, this is Dave. I've been wanting to make that joke since we decided that we were going to do this podcast.
You've been waiting...
I've waited 6 years.
You've been waiting 2 years to make the joke of, yo, this is David. So, hey, what's up, guys? I'm Tyler. This is Austin.
How's it going?
And this is the first episode of our podcast called the Super Mario After Party. And you know what I want to go over real quick?
What's up?
When we were coming up with this podcast over 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
There were names that we gave it.
Dude, all of them were yours.
And
I'm not good at naming things at all.
It's fine. You came up with one.
I came up with like one. I was like, we were like, let's meet up, and I said, here's my one, and you were like, cool. I can't decide between these 30. I came up with.
Yeah. So I wrote. It was one of them was halfway up the flagpole, and I was like, okay, that's fine. And then it was either like, is your wrist strap on, or tighten your wrist strap. I'm like, it kind of is vague. And then there was the Amiibros.
The Amiibros, dude.
You really loved.
Dude, the fucking Amiibros.
But I looked that up, and I don't know if they were still active or are still active now, but they like did custom Amiibos. And I was like, all right, cool. That's a solid name for that. At this point, I think we were just like, I was fucking around, and I wrote the Boy-Cons. I forgot about that one. That just made me laugh.
The fucking Boy-Cons, bro.
Do you want to know your name? No, the one name that you chose.
What I choose?
The Better Game Grumps. Because you're retarded.
Yeah, dude.
Pretty spot on, though.
Fuck you, Dan and Aaron.
Pretty spot on.
What, we're the Better Game Grumps?
Yeah, of course. 100%.
We're just like, dude, we're the anti-Game Grumps.
That's fine. Yeah. Okay, so...
Yeah, 2 minutes in.
I wanted to do this podcast. We thought about starting this up a few years back, or I guess a couple years back. It was basically like, yo, if a direct came out and just something that like monthly we would do a video once a month.
Yeah.
And I'd rather approach that with like fewer restrictions, just like, yo, if we feel like talking,
so anytime the Amiibros want to get together.
Oh god. So like the whole aesthetic is like we look like we're sportscasters on ESPN.
Yeah. So
we're covering something exciting that happened. But to ease us in for this first episode, I figured, yo, the Switch has been out since
it's 5 years, dude.
Jesus, since 2017.
5 years.
March
3rd.
Yeah, because it was announced in like October, and then
we
officially got the name. The trailer, the little direct in January, and so it's been 5 years. So I figured, yo, let's just kind of go back in time over the past 5 years. What have been our like top played, most favorite Switch games? And we can briefly,
it's so funny because I have a whole list of my games, right? I bought Nintendo Switch Sports today.
Yes, and I played it for the first time today.
I have yet to play it because I was reading Sonic the Hedgehog comic books.
Lower your expectations.
That's fine.
Because it's a Wii Sports game. That's it.
Well, the thing with it is that kind of is like Wii Sports had nothing to it.
No.
And they have obviously tried to up it on this. So, like, I appreciate that. But, like, there was something just about how simple Wii Sports was.
Well, did you ever play Wii Sports Resort?
Yeah, dude. The sword fight game was awesome.
Yes. That's what, like, it took Wii Sports as a foundation and said, hey, let's actually make this really fun.
Yeah.
And that was awesome.
And I'm hoping that I bought Wii Sports or Nintendo Switch Sports today. I wish it was just called Switch Sports, but whatever.
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is an investment because they've obviously already said, hey, we're adding games post-launch. But it's like, or sports post-launch.
Yeah. And it's funny that we're talking about the Switch Sports because there's not much... obviously, this is just the first episode. We don't know what we're doing yet. We're just talking. We're bullshitting. But I at least wanted to start every podcast with saying, hey, what's in your Switch right now? Or what game have you recently played? And of course, you bought Switch Sports. And even though it's not technically in my Switch because I got it digitally, because, save yourself $10. if you have Ring Fit Adventure, you already have a leg strap.
I wanted the second because I don't know how that'll play out when I want to play it with my brothers.
And that's the thing, man.
I at least wanted a second one.
They got some solid pre-order deals with this, or at least physical.
Dude, Walmart gave out like fucking bottles. And shit too.
Target, you get a drawstring bag.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
With this shit?
I remember I bought the Mario Golf, and they gave me like a woman's makeup pouch. Like that's what it looks like.
That's pretty dope.
But I'm like, I'm never gonna use it. I actually have it. It's that green thing right there.
Oh yeah, you can put your lip balm in there.
Yeah, see?
You know what your favorite flavor of Mario lip balm is?
Do I have one?
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Peach.
Oh fuck you! I was like, is it toad flavored lip balm?
So as I bought that earlier, I now have 141 games for the Switch.
Jeez, I don't know how many I have.
Granted, I've played 100 of them. No, I played more than that. But like, dude, it's because I got a Wii U at launch. Right?
Yeah.
And when the Switch came out, I had played a grand total of 5 games for the Wii U.
Damn.
I didn't touch Mario Kart. I didn't play Splatoon. You know, so it's like, so all of these people bitching and like, I was that one where it's like, when everybody's bitching about Switch ports, I was like, dude, I didn't fucking play these.
Yeah.
And it was like the Wii U didn't sell well.
Yeah.
I bought it and still didn't play the fucking game. So it's like, how, you know, like, I was like, yeah, dude, fucking Splatoon, let's go.
Yeah, like me.
I thought that sounded so fucking stupid.
See, I was the exact opposite. I played the global the test launch on the Wii U. I was like, yo, this is awesome. I don't know if I'm going to like buy the game and then, you know, fast forward. And I'm already looking forward to Splatoon 3.
Yeah, dude, and we were splat-fested it fucking constantly, bro.
And like, so I don't know if it was direct or just they dropped trailers, but it was like, yo, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. I was like, yo, it's fucking awesome. Dude. And I don't know why I'm excited, because I 100%ed the game on the Wii U.
True.
And then they dropped like the new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, and I was like, sweet, fuck, I already 100%ed that.
But dude,
and then same with Captain Toad.
Yeah. I got to, like, I didn't get Captain Toad. That wasn't really for me.
Yeah.
But, like, dude, not playing most things on Wii U, it was super dope being able to, like, play these games. Like, dude, because, like, granted, I haven't touched Mario Kart 8 Deluxe since these fucking courses came out.
Yeah,
I've yet to do it.
That is the one. That is the only game that's in my Switch right now.
But it's like, dude, if I had played Mario Kart 8... And because I would have gotten the DLC when that came out with Wii U for the 200cc mode. Mm-hmm. Like, would I have fucking gotten, you know, like...
Well, that's the thing. I think
you port Zelda shit, and I will give you an ungodly amount of money for each of those.
At that point, you're treating it just like a collection.
Yeah.
You're just like, I collect, like, Zelda's my thing. I will invest money into whatever medium it is. But, like... The 200cc, I believe, was a free drop. That was a free download.
I always heard... Maybe it's because like I hear DLC and I think paid.
But it was one of the first... I'm probably wrong with this, but one of the first like main franchise Nintendo properties to get paid DLC, other than maybe Smash Bros, was Mario Kart. In that it had the Animal Crossing Cup.
Yeah, the Zelda Cup.
And then... like 6 months later. I think Zelda came first, and then Animal Crossing came. And they also, at one point, for free, gave you the fucking Mercedes-Benz cars, which is weird.
Yeah.
And then, you know, after people were just like, yo, Mario Kart 9's going to be a thing, they give you the ancient bike.
Yeah.
The Zelda.
The Master Cycle.
It's like, are they still... Yeah, wow, I really butchered that. It's like, are they still...
putting
time into these games?
Yeah, it was so interesting because the Master Cycle, it was just because you add Link, why not add something custom for him?
Yeah.
So then the fact that when the DLC for Breath of the Wild came out and Link got his own Divine Beast, it was the Master Cycle just because they thought that'd be fun.
Yeah. And then, like, even on his course, it's like, oh, we got rupees instead of coins.
That was super cool.
And then, like, in the Animal Crossing one, you got bells.
That was one of those ones where I was like, if they did more of that, I would pay for, you know, like, because I got the course pass. Technically, I didn't get it myself, but I got the...
subscription.
Yeah, I'm the expansion pack for Nintendo Switch Online, so they gave it to me.
Yeah, the course booster pass was the selling point for me. Not even the N64 expansion. I was like, I'll get it eventually, and then the Courser Boost thing, and I bought it the day before all the courses dropped.
So I was just like, sweet, get this. But like if they added more of that, if like you spend this time and it's like, hey, here's this new cup, and it is like, because it would be cool if it wasn't just a one track, you know, because like the Animal Crossing Cup or the Zelda Cup.
Yes, you had 4 tracks devoted.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you know, where it was like, you do have this, you know, you've got the one where you're going around Hyrule, or, you know, you're going around like Castle Town and shit, or you're going around the field in this one. Like, that'd be cool. But I don't know. But we'll see. Mario Kart 9 will come eventually.
Yeah.
We're at least not getting it until the end of this.
There's no way we
fucking
get it this year.
expansion.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, this expansion's running 2 years.
Yeah, 2023. So, I mean, we can dive more into this in another podcast episode, like more talking about
Odyssey courses, though. Those
like,
would be really fucking sweet.
Yeah, talking more about like DLC and what we'd want from already existing
But yeah, we did
games.
start off talking about what we played the most.
But yeah, and it's what's in my Switch right now is Mario Kart. I don't know. I don't know what mine is. I play online matches just to turn my mind off a little bit. That's what I do.
Sonic Colors Ultimate is in my Switch right now.
Okay.
I watched Sonic 2 the other day in theaters.
Yeah, me too.
And it was fucking great.
Dude.
I fucking loved every single second of that movie. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, why don't I play more Sonic? Like, I fucking love Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
I have Sonic Forces. So I had Sonic Colors and I hadn't beaten it. So I played it the other day. But I digress. That's what's in mine. I think the last thing I played the fuck out of, though, I did not expect it, was Kirby.
Dude, I
fucking love that game so much.
I gave it a day, and then I was having a bad day, put in Mario Kart, and
we're getting copyrighted.
and that was it. I haven't taken, because Mario Kart is one of those things, like, with like the way like fucking like ADHD works a little bit is, you know, if you're putting something in the microwave and you got 37 seconds, you're gonna find 37 seconds to do a task. So when I'm doing the online matches in Mario Kart, while the lobby is preparing, I'm like, cool, I'm going to clean off my countertops real quick. And so I would just do that for hours. And I'd be like, all right, cool, if I win this next match, I keep going. I play until I lose. Once I lose, I can actually continue my day. I'm not doing that with a game like Kirby.
Not true. Dude, in Kirby, bro, I got pretty invested. Technically, I didn't 100% it.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are these figurines, and there's a Coliseum, and on the last one, you fight all the bosses back to back, and it's harder. But the final boss, they give it in the Coliseum an extra form that I wasn't ready for.
Okay.
And I had full health when I made it to this fucking thing, because the ability I had healed me.
Oh,
it
shit.
opens up with this attack that took away half my health. So I lost. And you get a figurine for beating that, and I put like 10 minutes into it, and that was such a cheap move that I was just like, I'm good. I'll come back. So I think I'm sitting at like 94% completion. But I 100%ed everything else, you know?
Yeah, that's like me with Crafted World, which I was telling you about the other day, where like it's just you got costumes, and there were 2 amiibo figures left that I had to scan in. I don't own them. They're rare, they're expensive. I mean, that's just amiibo nowadays anyways. So it's like, technically without those 2 amiibos, I did not complete the game. But I did everything in the game.
Yeah, but like Yoshi, like I beat that game. I didn't go through and get all the flowers and shit. But
yeah, but
I
like,
beat the story.
Yes.
So like, I was like, okay, Kirby, this was dope. Like I really like this.
And it is interesting to like, what I'm having us look at is our most played games, whereas like I can play Mario Kart or Mario Party for like an hour, get the full experience, and be like, yeah, it's one of my favorite games. I'm gonna play it like all the time when I have friends over. But yet I only have like 4 hours sunk into it.
Dude, yeah.
Which is not the case, but like hypothetically, you could do that. So like if you invested 10 hours into Breath of the Wild versus 10 hours into Mario Kart, you probably got bored playing Mario Kart, and you probably barely got started playing Breath of the Wild.
Dude, and I've always been a firm believer in, like, if like I have bought games, like when I bought Sonic Forces, I literally beat that game in like 5 hours, day one.
Damn.
but it was fun.
I've never played a game day
I
one.
don't regret it. Same thing with Sonic and the Black Knight back when that came out on Wii. Where, like, I beat it, and it's like, yeah, like, if I look at some of my games, it's like 5 hours or more. But, like, I beat the game. I enjoyed it. As long as I enjoyed this game enough to beat it, I don't care if I put 5 hours into it. It was at least worth the purchase. Not going to say top 5 games, but I'm like, you know what? Not, dude. Like, I really enjoyed playing Kirby Star Allies. You're not going to see me boot it back up, but I got my money's worth.
All right. Because the Switch sorts their software by rows of 6, we'll just do our top 12 games. Our top 12 most played games.
Can I say Hulu and YouTube?
I mean, you can.
No, they're up there, though.
I actually, like, deleted those apps. I didn't like seeing them in, like, the pool of games. And plus, I don't know. I just watch them off my phone or the TV. But here, we'll go with number 12. For me, I'm going to say mine first.
Number 12?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're doing 12.
Yeah, just because it's, like, it does rows of 6. I don't know why.
Okay. Sorry, because I have Hulu and YouTube, I gotta...
I'm just gonna do, it's Crafted World. That's my 12th most played game. Okay, and mind you guys, this is super annoying. I did not know this. I recently bought, well, it's not so recent anymore, but I bought the OLED model of the Switch, and your software, so like you go and sort by total playtime, it's specific to the console. It doesn't carry over. So I'm looking at my OG Switch that I bought in 2017 to track times, because according to my OLED Switch, my longest played game would be Mario Kart. But then a game that you guys heard that I played like very little of, number 6 is Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And then right after that, number 12 is the NES, like the app. And I downloaded that yesterday. Haven't even touched it. And it is saying, so I've only played like 5 games on the Switch.
Gotcha. So
I've had it. It's just super annoying. I contacted Nintendo support on the matter, and eventually, after texting, chatting, and calling, it's just, oh yeah, it's console only. There's no carrying over. Okay. But I can probably, I've probably sunk. Well, here, let me go to. I'm curious if this works. If I go to profile. Okay, so I'm on my new Switch, and it says I've played Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for 165 hours or more.
That's a lot.
So and
that's a lot.
I want to see. So
the problem is I don't have my games on me. So if I haven't played them in a while, I'm not gonna be able to give you like accurate.
I'm not gonna do it because then I'd have to put them in. Well, no, I wouldn't have to. I'd put them in the new Switch, but I mean it's fine.
So I think I took everything out of here. Yeah, because I didn't like them not being in their cases.
Okay. So yeah, all right. So my number 12 is fucking Yoshi, and I beat it. Besides what I said earlier, how about you? What's your 12?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2.
Did you play? Was it solo or with people?
Dude, no, I soloed it, but I got this point. So, fuck, dude. 4 years ago, I quit work, right?
Okay.
And I didn't work for a month.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this backlog of games, and I put like 45 hours into Dragon Ball,
and you discovered you had a hidden gem.
Well, dude, the thing is I beat it, but Xenoverse has been pissing me off where, like, they have a new character coming out. So, like, I beat it, but then they keep dropping more and more missions, and I've just never gone back to fucking do it. Because a lot of it sucks because it'll be like, hey, we're dropping this raid. But no one plays this game anymore, so if you try to find shit, you can't find it. Mm. So yeah, Dragon Ball.
I'm going to take this time to complain about the Switch for a moment.
Yeah.
The fact that we don't know how many hours we've sunk into it unless we go to our profile and just hope it's there.
It's trash, yeah.
When you sort your software by total playtime, if you hover over an icon, even if the cartridge is not in it, it should say what its total playtime is.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 11 for me, Super Mario Party.
Okay. You were probably the only person who's put that much time into that game.
Really disappointed because Mario Party All-Stars is number...
I thought it was Superstars.
18... What did I say? All-Stars? My bad.
Yeah, All-Stars.
Mario Party Superstars would be number 18, 19, 20, 21. But even that, I sunk a lot. Let's see. Is it on my recently played? Why the fuck would it be?
Right, no, it's...
No, I have a
why
game
do I
that's
not have... I can
played
boot,
for 25 hours or more.
I can boot up my fucking 3DS. I haven't used that in a year and a half. And I can tell you accurate times that how much time I played on a game that day.
Yeah, that's what the Wii U did too.
It's crazy.
It did the library. It did like a logbook.
All right, so
What's your number
mine
11?
is World of Final Fantasy Maxima.
Ours are so different.
Dude,
Mine
no,
are
it's
like
insane.
100% mainstream. If you own a Switch,
dude,
you
yeah.
probably have this game.
Well, dude, mine are yeah. I mean that one not so much. Yeah,
but granted, we are going 12 games deep.
Once I get up a little bit, you.
I wonder if we're gonna have like a similar top 6 or something.
I highly maybe.
Did you beat that?
Yes.
Like, was it top 11 for a reason?
Dude, well, the thing is one of the hardest ones of mine are I play a lot of RPGs, like JRPGs. So like I put like 50 hours into World of Final Fantasy. Loved it because it was just like it felt like fan fiction Final Fantasy.
Okay.
It had this weird mechanic where you stack stuff. You have a large person, a medium person, a small person. It sounds dumb. Fucking loved it. It was the characters are like fucking chibi. I fucking loved it, dude.
Aww.
It was so fun, and I love Final Fantasy. So
and for me, Super Mario Party being number 11, that's just me. Like, there's something I like completing games that don't really need to be completed.
yeah, because you got all with like the gems and
All
shit.
the gems, I got all of it, and like even like the River Rapids party, whatever it was, when we're all in that raft going down the river,
which was the only fun thing in that.
You
game.
could go down different paths, and once you went down a path, it got lit up in its
so
icon.
you just had to do all of them.
And so like you saw, oh shit, I never went left, right. So I'm gonna do that this time. And you're playing Mario Party along the way.
Yeah.
And I was like, I love it. And then I played that with Tori all the time. So it was like, fuck yeah, Mario Party would be one of my top played games.
Yeah.
Because I played it not only with people, but by myself.
All right.
All right. Number 10 for me, and I feel like this might be for you too, or at least up there, is Origami King, Paper Mario.
It's not. It is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Oh, so it's also
Yeah.
it's my Mario Party.
Dude,
Superstars.
I played the 64 more than I played Origami King.
Really?
Yeah.
Like on the.
That game.
Did you play it on the app?
Oh yeah, dude.
Really?
I beat Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
Yeah, we'll talk about that for another
Yeah.
episode. That's awesome. Yeah, for me,
we'll
Origami King was just, it was one of those games I 100% completed. I got every collectible.
Fuck that. Dude.
And then it got to the point where I went to the laboratory, and it's like, hey, do like the time trials of these bosses. And I was like, fuck no. Absolutely hated them. I refused to do them again. So it's like
that game
beat it but didn't 100% complete it. I didn't give a shit. That was like me with Luigi's Mansion, which is number 14.
I love Luigi's Mansion.
But
they were fun. That and Origami King for me were like, I had fun, but once I beat it, like, dude, I will say the Origami King, these fucking Vellumental fights were trash.
Absolute garbage.
They were dumb. They always had some broken ass mechanic. Each one I got to, I was like, dude, fuck this thing.
And then the moment it's just like, hey,
and then the bosses suck.
You need to approach it this way, and it's like, oh, cool. And then they bring in a new mechanic, like mid fight. It's like there are 4 different ways to beat this guy, and you can't master it. Yeah, because you keep getting game over.
Just a dumb combat system. Because all I ever did, it was like, oh, is it a shy guy? I'll do this. Oh, is it that? Like, why am I playing this game? Well, dude, it was my first Paper Mario game. Shit. I always thought Paper Mario sounded dumb.
That was my third.
You talked so highly of Thousand Year Door that I obviously knew it wasn't going to be the same. No. But I was like, I need to give this a chance. Yeah. Because that's kind of what the Switch was, why I started buying all these games. I was like, I bought Animal Crossing, found out it's not for me.
100%, nope.
But I went, hey man, I've never played Paper Mario. Bought it. Yeah. Played it, beat it, got my time out of it. I'm not going back. All right, what do you got next?
What is it, number 9? Yeah. Tetris 99.
All right, did you do the new Maxima Cup?
Fuck.
It was Kirby, I think.
Yeah, of course. I screenshotted it too, and you forget. Because you play Tetris once, that's it. You don't need to keep playing it. Yeah. How about you?
Darksiders Genesis, dude.
Bro, this
So,
is
dude,
night and day.
Dude, well, like, let me explain this.
Okay. Never even heard of these games.
Darksiders 1 came out in like 2006, right?
Okay.
You play as one of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
As you would, yeah.
I fucking love religious-based storylines when they're like that. Like Devil May Cry, Bayonetta, love stuff like that. But it plays like, at least the first one was basically Zelda. You would go into a dungeon, get a new ability, defeat the boss. Get a new power. And like it was super compelling. So I have played 1, 2, 3, and then Genesis. But in Genesis, it was the first one you could play as Strife. The only horseman we hadn't gotten to play as yet. But you can co-op it. One of you plays as Strife, the other one plays as War, which is Ryby's favorite horseman. He played all of them. So me and him just sat in our living room and co-opted the whole game.
On the same system?
Yeah, on the same like split screen, so it was
what's
a little
up.
weird, but it was super fucking dope. That, and I spent like 5 hours trying to do this one puzzle. It was optional, but it gave me an achievement. Like,
was it fun?
It was hard.
Oh, okay.
The game itself,
no,
that puzzle,
just that puzzle.
No, did that puzzle make me want to fucking kill myself?
Yeah, no, I get that.
No, it's a like I'm not. Because it was all about platforming in a game that wasn't meant to be a platformer.
Ooh. See, yeah, immediately my parallel example was Super Mario Odyssey with some of those moons. But it's like, that game's meant to be a platformer.
Yeah, I got to... Dude, it was at this point where, like, Ryby at one point, he's like, I don't think you're going to get this.
Oh, you had to
I'm going to fucking get it. There have been few moments in my gaming career where I thought, fuck yeah, that was one of them.
There you go.
It was garbage.
All right. And I just mentioned it. Super Mario Odyssey's next for me.
Dude, another one I beat.
That game was
well, dude, so
I completed it.
Dude, no, yeah, that's hard. I do remember one of the first times we ever, like, I think, really fucking hung out. That was when you recorded Darker Side of the Moon. That was really cool to, like, watch you play through and beat, like, in that moment.
Yes.
Because I love moments like that where it's like...
And you didn't even make it to that point yet.
No, I think it was you kept making it to that point, like, super easy, but you kept dying at it.
No,
so I meant
the darker side.
Dude, no,
Because wasn't that optional?
I beat Bowser. Well, because it was, you beat the game, and then you unlock the ability to, like, hit those cubes to do more power moons.
Yes.
But to get to Darker Side, because it was like, you got a certain amount of moons, and didn't you get to the dark side of the moon?
Okay.
And then you got even more moons, and you got to Darker Side.
It's been so long.
I fucking never did that.
Yeah. I was just like, this will be a fun video. And we fucking sat there for over 2 hours.
Dude, no, we played a lot of fucking...
And you had to keep getting back to it. And then you find out, like, months later, if you played with the individual Joy-Cons, if you shake them, you can just, like, fly past certain parts of it.
Oh, shit.
Like, you didn't have to be Bowser, dude, which was like, what the fuck, man?
This is gonna sound like a fucking tangent, but bear with me.
Okay.
That was one of those moments where, like, even Ryby got into it, and it reminds me of this How I Met Your Mother. I swear to God, because the way I describe this, it's like, so they're trying to find out this girl who keeps ruining Barney's chances with other women.
Yes. So this is the only episode I've ever seen.
So he breaks it down into the bracket, and it starts off where they're just like, dude, we're not going to sit here and have you, like, go through all this with you. And it, like, gets to a point where they're fucking into it. Like, they're going back and forth. And that's how it felt where, like, I think, like, Ryby was there and, like, me and you were more invested in it.
And then Alex
and then it got to this point where, like, all four of us are just in there, like, nothing else in the world mattered. Fuck everything. It was like, oh, are you playing Mario? And then it's like, how did you not fucking land on that, you idiot?
I remember when it got to the point where you captured Bowser and you were running through, the fucking fireballs were coming after you and you had to turn around and smash them. And then by the time you ran, another one caught up. Yeah. And it was like, bro, you just have to fucking go.
Dude, that shit, dude, all of us in that moment, it was just like, we came together. Like, we were just like, go, yeah! Like, we won it with you.
It
like,
was so,
it was fucking crazy,
and it's funny because you grew up with brothers and you all played, like, the same games. I didn't have that. So that was just, I was super fucking nervous in the beginning. because you and Ryby just kept saying, "Hey, get good," and I was like, "Fuck
dude,
you guys."
No, that's dude. I recently played through and I got every achievement in Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin, right? Right? Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, no, sure.
But I played that down in the living room. And dude, I'd be in this moment where like I'm in a boss fight and Ryby would come upstairs talking shit. He's like, "Dang, you up here dying? Oh, damn." And he'd sit down. And like if I died, it was, bro, you fucking suck, dude.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. Fucking
get good.
I was over your house for a few days, and that was when Luigi's Mansion
Dude
3 was out.
Okay.
And you would get, I think at that point you completed the game. Or no, you beat it.
I think so. I also with Luigi's Mansion, same thing with Origami King. I just wanted it done.
Yeah.
I didn't take a lot of time to explore these floors.
Like, remember,
I wanted to fucking beat it.
You came over and we played the skyscraper mode.
Yeah.
Or Scream Scraper, whatever.
Scream Scraper.
And then realized that there were achievements attached to the online part. And one of them would be like, fucking tether 7 ghosts at once. And it's like, I can't find 7. This is one of 2 achievements I have left in this game. I milked it. Money well spent. I'm good. Yeah, I don't need to complete this game to feel like
dude, it was and that's that thing. It's like I beat it, and then I went, cool. That made my purchase worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
Also, some of those bosses can go fuck themselves.
100%. I hated it. That volleyball one pissed me off.
I don't think any boss in a Mario universe game has pissed me off as much as that motherfucker on the raft.
Oh, in the basement level?
That sucked.
You know what? Out of sight, out of mind, because I forgot. I must have blocked it out.
I forgot about everything else. I don't remember the volleyball one. That motherfucker on that raft, he's in there.
Oh, that volleyball one was the one where I was over. And you
was that in the pool?
You had to go to work, and me thinking, oh, it's in the water. I have to get in the water. And I kept getting in the water, and you're like, no. You just you soak up a volleyball and you shoot it at him. Yeah. But he would do that and block it. And I'm like, oh, do I got to get Guigi'd? And it was just... It wasn't Origami King levels of frustration, but Mario games have a thing. There's a boss, you either jump on it or you hit it with something, do it 3 times, you move on.
Yeah.
Luigi's Mansion strayed from that so much to a point where it was just frustrating.
Yeah. Because some, I'd be like, oh, bet, right away.
Yeah.
And then others, I'm like, fuck this thing.
It's like, oh, I got to get its tail and beat it. That's it. Whew. Okay, so it's funny. You keep rattling off games, and I was like, "Oh, never knew that one existed."
Yeah,
but Super Mario Maker 2 is number 7 for me.
Most of my time playing Super Mario Maker 2 was trying to complete your level.
Yeah, and mine was I beat the story mode, and I'm gonna put story in quotes because it's like the fucking job toad is just like, "Hey, I got jobs for you." Yeah, you played. Oh my God, that's like number 40 for you.
No fucking time.
Yeah, I once again, I wish my Switch would tell me, but I'm not going to get the cartridge and fucking do that with 12 of them. Because legitimately, every game that I have besides Tetris 99 is a physical. Those are my top 12 are all physical. Which then you know it's money well spent.
I think one of mine is digital.
But to call back to the fucking better Game Grumps were playing through... their buddy Ross's levels,
that guy's
and
a dick.
They were like super hard, and I was like, oh, I actually think I can beat these levels better than Aaron is playing them. And I do that, and I made it through his whole because at that point, fucking World Maker existed.
Dude, yeah.
And it like the Legend of Zelda update, and I'm like, nah, I don't. That's cool if that exists, but I'm never gonna play those until that fucking happened. And like I'd spend hours a day beating their levels and then beating his levels and then watching their episode on that level. And that was just it. So that is how I put all my and then I maybe like 10 I'm just watching that bottle slowly wobble. And then maybe like 10 or so hours trying to create levels, but I just got too particular and
dude, yeah. I don't have that mind.
Yeah. Like, I can't just have fun with it. I got to make sure everything's symmetrical. I got to be like, oh, is this engaging? And then I end up making it too hard, and it's bullshit.
That, and I have this moment where, like, I would make some, and I'm like, oh, right here, there are going to be these blocks leading up. And then you don't realize how far you have it zoomed in. Or how far. I would run and jump, and I'm like, man, I thought those bricks were a lot closer. So then I got to delete it and put it was just a fucking mess. I'm not.
And plus, you didn't play Super Mario Maker 1, right?
I think I've made a couple. Most of what I did is I played through Jeannie's levels.
Okay. Because
she told me every day at work, hey, play my levels and star them.
I played hers too, yeah.
So I went through and played hers. But it was a lot cooler in my head, like Mario Maker.
Creating courses with the gamepad, so much easier.
Dude, for sure.
So much better.
For sure.
This was one of those games, I don't know how they ported it. It's cool that they did, but it was just like, it doesn't work how it should or how it did.
Yeah.
All right, what's your number 7?
Number 7.
Or did you already say it?
The last one I said was Genesis. That was...
Have I been...
10. Yeah, I think you just been talking, bro.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, so fucking... All right.
Skyward Sword.
Yes.
Is number 12, 11, 10, 9.
Yes, you have to do it differently because you do have Hulu and YouTube as numbers 1 and 2. Just hilarious to me.
Skyward Sword. I fucking love that game.
Yes.
But I put so much time into it because Skyward Sword was the first one that added hero mode, which was you take twice the damage, you don't find hearts.
In its original release?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but to do it, you had to beat the game once. I thought they would fix that when they brought it to Switch, but they didn't.
And you could just immediately jump in.
Oh, no, I had to beat the game.
No, that's what you were hoping.
So I beat the game. I beat the final boss, watched the cutscene, and then immediately started my hero mode play.
And you did it?
So, yeah, so I beat that game twice. I also, in my hero mode, you get to this point where you meet these 3 dragons, and this one, he does like a boss gauntlet. And you do bosses back to back and it gives you like whatever items you would have had at that time. And after each victory, he's like, hey, you won once or twice or whatever. If you stop now, I'll give you this item. You do 8 bosses of the 12, and then you get the Hylian shield, which it's unbreakable in the game. So I did that in hero mode, and then beat the final boss again.
That's what's up.
All right, now do I do 2 more?
Yeah, you get to number... I'm on number 6.
Okay, so number 8, Dragon Quest XI.
Is that another RPG?
Yeah, another RPG.
Okay.
Dude, I bought this game because David is a huge Dragon Quest fan. I never got into it. So when there was like, because that's kind of my thing, is like, I'm like, oh, I never played that. Oh, but the newest one is for Switch.
Yeah.
So I played it. I put like 4 hours into it.
Yeah, Smash.
Didn't touch it for like 9 months. And then 2020 COVID hit. And I ended up playing through like every Kingdom Hearts game again. I beat Spider-Man, God of War, and I put like 60 fucking hours into Dragon Quest XI, and it was awesome.
That's what's up.
The only thing that bugs me is the artist. The art is done by Akira Toriyama, who does like Dragon Ball Z, and all that.
Okay.
And I think his art is good, but I think it's fucking overplayed at times where I'm just like, oh, this character, like the guy on my team looks a lot like this person from Dragon Ball Z, just with blue hair. And that always, I'm like, oh, the final boss guy looks like if you fucking put Cell and Majin Buu together.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely.
All right, so now my 7th.
Fucking, to go back to that, Smash Bros. Made me dislike that franchise.
Really?
Well, because Hero was, in my opinion, the most complicated character that they brought in.
Dude,
Shock at one point before Hero existed was very similar.
But it
was like, oh, cool. Strength, power, shield. And then, but then Hero was like, why is there a menu?
I appreciate what they did with the DLC characters, but there are some of those. Like, I would get on there and I would play. Played the stage and stuff as Hero just to say I did. But I'm like, I'm never going to touch this character. Min Min.
The thing is, like, with characters like Min Min.
Kazuya had actual combos.
Terry. Unless you played those games and familiar with those games and characters, you probably couldn't. Like, fuck Steve from Minecraft.
Yeah, I don't like Steve.
I was like, I don't understand. I just want to hit people. Well, why are you building blocks?
Yeah. Well, dude, and like the thing is I'm fine with magic. Like Sora has magic, but it cycles through. Let me press a button and I'll use Thundaga.
Yeah.
I don't want to go through a menu that's constantly changing.
Yeah, fuck that.
All right, number 7, Octopath Traveler.
It is RPG City with you, bro.
Octopath Traveler was fucking phenomenal.
I've heard nothing but great things about the game.
The only thing that bugged me is that so the stories don't really intertwine, but when you beat all of them, you can do this side quest.
Is it like each character's got its own story?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So like you go through and you do the side quest, and then they try to tie it all together. I think it was done lazily. Like they did the game, and then somebody said you have to make these connect, and they forced it.
Okay.
But you end up like you fight all 8 bosses back to back.
Okay.
And then you fight the true final boss who has 2 forms. But there's no save point. So I beat the 8 bosses and then got wiped from the one boss. And I was like, yeah, I'm not grinding out 8 characters up to fucking level 75.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's why I hated Pokemon. I hated the idea of just having to level up something in the most unimaginative. It's just like, just repeat the same mundane bullshit over and over again. Like, I can walk around my house, hit A up, and then experience game 12. Fuck that.
I don't mind the grind, but my problem is you can only have 4 people in your party at a time, and only they get experience. So like in other Final Fantasy games, it's like cool, you have 8 people in your party or whatever, but only 4 of them can be in the battle. Everyone gets experience, even people you're not playing as. I'm down for that, but I would have to put 4 people in my party, grind them to level 75. Meanwhile, the other 4 aren't getting shit for experience, and then I gotta throw those 4.
So do you think you got your money's worth, even though you didn't?
Oh yeah, I put a fuck ton of time into it.
That's what's up.
All right.
I am willing to predict that you and I have 3 games total that match in the top 12. Yeah. Okay. And this is not one of them. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. I put 120 fucking hours.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot of hours.
I mean, fucking. I'm playing Pikmin Bingo with Tyranny just like 2 weeks ago. Like there's something about that game. I'm just excited to play. I beat. It's got like normal mode, hard mode, and ultra mode. I beat all 3 of those multiple times. I love its story. I love the missions. The fucking most had me up till 4 a.m, bro. And you can't you can watch people's YouTube videos on how to do it, but you just have to do it.
Yeah, no,
I fucking love it.
One
of my favorite games, hands down.
I was watching you play it, getting anxiety because there's too much shit going on. Fuck that. I don't need red Pikmin and green. Fuck that.
And if shit goes my way, if I can get another person to play it with me, there are achievements to unlock. You can co-op everything together. That's dope. Just like, you know how fucking I don't want to say it'd be easier, but you can control multiple characters and then multiple Pikmin from those multiple characters. To have each character be assigned to a player, it's like that's so much better.
Dude, yeah.
That's just how that game it's like playing Overcooked, where you have 4 people in a kitchen and you have to one by one take over each cook instead of having 4 of them do shit at the same time from the 3 other people with you. I
did that with Triforce Heroes, where I would have to switch, or I did fucking 4 Swords Anniversary Edition, where it's like you and one you play as another Link, but I had to switch back instead of just having somebody else. All right,
what's your number 6?
So speaking of Zelda, Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity.
My God, you're about to have 2 Zelda games in your top,
dude. I
watched you play this. Not obviously in its entirety, but I did.
Well, dude, it was dope because my thing is it bugged me because there's DLC out now, so I'm not counting that. I almost 100%ed it. I had 3 things I had to upgrade, but I had to go grind out 50 Korok seeds in these missions, and by then I had put 60 hours in, and I was like, I'm good. Now I need to go through and I'm at least going to beat the expansion before Breath of the Wild 2 comes out. Yeah. I don't know if they'll connect, but just on the off chance they do.
Yeah. All right. My number 5 is Smash. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Never heard of it.
I mean, I guess I sunk, when I played it originally, the most hours into it from World of Light. But then after that, it's just that's a game you just play with people.
Yeah.
You play that in Mario Party and Mario Kart.
I will say though, like, I have always appreciated that each new Smash Bros. Game, it feels upgraded.
Yes.
Because I played the original back with my brothers,
Mm-hmm.
and then Melee was like, hey, here's this adventure mode.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's dope. And then Brawl was like, hey, here's Subspace Emissary mode. And then I didn't play the fucking dumbass name.
Wii U.
For Wii U and for
Yeah.
3DS. I didn't play that.
I did. Of course
I
I did.
I have it for my Wii U.
Really?
I think I also had it for my 3DS.
Oh,
I
wow.
still have it for my 3DS.
Never had a 3DS.
Never really got into it.
Hmm.
But then like World of Light took that shit to the fucking next level, bro. I was blown away, like, cause it's like, oh shit, I gotta go fight Galeem, and then you're like, oh no, it's just what? There's this dark one.
Yeah.
Am I fighting both of them right now? Like that got crazy.
It's just like, wait, I sunk 25 hours into it and I'm done? I want more. Like,
yeah.
I told somebody at work the other day, I was like, yo, I'm going to go back and play New Game Plus, I think is their version of Hero Mode. It's like, I just want to fucking play it again.
Yeah.
Like, I just wanted, that's just one of the games. Smash Bros, it's one of those games, like, if you sit down and there's one person who hasn't played it, you roll your eyes, because you don't want to be the person that's like, the A button is like punching,
Dude.
B button is like this, you can jump, you can also air dodge, this is how you grab items, but no one plays with, it's just, you don't want to explain it to someone, so it's just like, if you are familiar with Smash Bros, it's one of the most fun and like frustrating games to ever play.
Yeah.
Because you can have such good matches and then just something, that one character you hate fighting against and your friend loves to spam them. It's like, fuck you. Like, you're the fuck. I'm not looking. I'm looking at you. But you
Isabelle with that fucking hydrant is my favorite thing.
Yeah, you like to troll. I'm not gonna say you like to spam, but you're just like,
especially to Keith.
You got like everyone is like their fucking main, and it's just like Link, Young Link, Ike, Olimar. It's like, who the fuck is Olimar?
Dude, well, my favorite thing is, because I do it now as a joke to Keith, because Keith really wants to play me.
Oh my god!
Like,
he's never played you officially?
No.
That's fucking unbelievable!
He wants to play me one-on-one.
Because you're really good.
And I try.
And you would kick his ass.
And at first, it was like, dude, because like the first time we all did it, I just like wasn't in the mood, or I think I was playing something on my Switch.
You had
I was playing
ukulele.
Was it ukulele?
And the Impossible Lair, I think.
That was on my list of crazy as fuck things I'm proud I did. But like,
that'll be another podcast episode.
But dude, so like when Keith was getting like really upset that night, I found that so funny that it was my mission to just never play him. Because he'll be like, dude, seriously.
I didn't.
I'll just be like, fucking hydrant, fishing hook. Like, I don't give a fuck.
And then it was just 9 out of 10 matches, it was just me and Keith.
Yeah.
It was like you were dead and just like playing your Switch on the side.
Yeah.
All
right.
What's your number 5?
Is it 5? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Okay.
That is a game. It's fucking great. Great story. But it wasn't until, I don't know, like 50 hours into that game I learned how to play it.
That sounds like a complaint.
Oh, no, it's great. The thing with it is it gets to be very, like, they want it to be, like, have so many different strategies. And I just never fully understood how it worked. I won. I beat it. But, like, towards the end of the game, I was like, oh.
Did you enjoy it more once you figured it out?
Nah.
Oh.
Nah. It was still, like, it was great. The weapons were cool. I wanted to play the DLC, but I'm fucking lazy. But, like, it was fucking great, dude. I mean, great. The only thing, the Xenoblade Chronicles games have fucking trash voice acting in English. Because they sound like Americans trying to do, like, British accents.
I heard about that,
It is just, I will immediately put it to Japanese. Even if it was like, hey, if you do Japanese, we don't have English subtitles, I'd play through the game not knowing what's up because I don't want to fucking hear it.
Okay.
It's garbage voice acting.
Yep, that's just another game. Never played, never will own, never nothing. Next for me, I already mentioned it, Mario Kart 8. There's nothing I have to say about it. It's my favorite video game franchise of all time.
See, that's
just it. That and Mario Party. I can play them anytime.
Well, dude, that's the other thing with Mario Kart, man, is it's like they they find ways to have a game that's fucking simple.
They are so universally understood.
Yeah.
Any age, any demographic.
Like, the fucking the levels keep getting better.
Mm-hmm.
And like zero gravity, like like when you go up something, it literally doesn't change gameplay whatsoever.
No,
but it mixes up visually what's going on, and I dig that.
So it's like Baby Park came out first on Double Dash for GameCube.
Yeah.
And that was everyone's favorite one. Because it was chaos.
Wasn't it like 7 laps?
And it's still 7 laps in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, but now it's in anti-gravity mode. So when you're bumping into people, you're boosting off of them.
Yeah.
And it's like they made it even more fun, just with that gimmick alone.
I mean, Justin, what's that, Mario Circuit or Mario Speedway? The very first stage you play in Deluxe.
Mario Stadium.
Yeah. That moment where you're driving, and then you see that next part of the stage that goes up. It's not like it throws off your gameplay at all, but it was so well designed.
Yeah. The only thing I've caught, and everyone's done it, but the only thing you'll catch yourself doing sometimes is your head is like tilting.
Oh, dude.
Through it. Because there's like one course where it's like leveling out and you're like, fuck, this is... But you're not really thinking about it. It's Mario Kart.
Yeah.
It's the only game I'll play online besides Splatoon.
All right, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
They're literally... This is crazy. Every game that you have mentioned thus far, I have not touched.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
But, like, Hyrule Warriors, I mean, that's a game. I played that back when it came out on Wii U.
Wait, didn't you already say Hyrule?
That was Age of Calamity.
Holy shit, there's been 2.
Because I played this when it came out on Wii U. I thought it was going to be fun. And it was.
Oh, so this was a port.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering why there were 2.
This one is just fan fiction. It was like, how do we bring all these characters? Because it's like when it's like fuck, dude. I'm gonna bring this up. It's like, you know when you're listening to the Silver Scream, do you know like how much better those songs are? Because you can tell how big of a fan Spencer and them are of these horror movies in that genre.
Yes.
That's how I felt. Where I was like, yo, they're Zelda fans. The way that they bring in, the way that they give them weapons, the storyline and everything, where like a team of fucking Zelda fans that were like, dude, we just want to make that into this.
And then, at that point, it kind of feels like you're playing like a TV show, or like an anime, you know?
And me and Ryby, we played through Fire Emblem Warriors together. So he had never played through Hyrule Warriors. So when it came to Switch, me and him ran through it. And there's this... I don't fucking what it was called. I'll call it Adventure. But it's basically, it started off as the original Legend of Zelda map with all of the screens, because have you ever seen how the original Legend of Zelda map is?
It's just a giant grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're doing that and you're going to different parts and each thing is a mission, but there's like a final boss you can get to complete that map. But there's like hidden items there. And then they added different ones for each DLC. Like, oh, now it's the Great Sea map from Wind Waker. But now the stuff on this map, you need Wind Waker type things. So in the original, it's like, oh, you got a blue candle. So now I can reveal a hidden bush.
Ooh.
Or a hidden staircase in a bush. But then in Wind Waker, it's like, there's treasure here. You need to have the grappling item to use.
And do you get all of that immediately?
No, you find them.
Ugh.
So you use like one. So I've had it to where I'm like, I need a blue candle. And I'm like, there's a blue candle up here. All right, let me go redo this one to get my blue candle. And me and Ryby co-op that. Granted, didn't complete that for shit because there is hundreds of hours in that. But
yeah,
I mean,
no.
it was...
I saw your map in the Age of Calamity one, and I was like, Jesus Christ, how do people complete this shit?
Yeah. And it would suck in Age of Calamity where you would do something, and that would unlock like 5 other things you have to do. So I would be like, fuck yeah, all right, now I'm about to go do the main mission.
So
and then
like
I would do
one,
and 8, and I'm like, I just wanted to go do this main mission.
See,
I got to.
It's funny. That was like mine and yours exact opposite complaint about World of Light. It's just like, holy shit, just keeps, there's more. Okay, my number 3, which you've touched on several times already, Breath of the Wild. For a long time, it was number 1. Because it was the first game I had for my Switch.
Yeah.
I had that, Snipper Clips, and Just Dance 2017.
What's Dance?
Just Dance?
Oh, I thought you had Just Dance for your Switch. Like no other games, you had Just Dance.
You be serious?
No.
Thank you. She's like, oh fuck. But yeah, Breath of the Wild, I first played.
And that was your first Zelda game.
Yes.
I mean, I guess you played Twilight Princess.
I played Twilight Princess. I looked up a walkthrough of Twilight Princess, realized I was about 36% of the way through, and I said, no. Every night I spend like in a part of a dungeon, because it just, my brain doesn't do Zelda well. At least like the linear Zelda. So when and it was one of those things, hey, new console, I'm gonna try new franchises I've never done. And it's and then it just, Breath of the Wild, I think was Game of the Year.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And it was like rightfully so. It got someone who didn't really give a shit about I love the character, but it's like the games, not really. And top 3, like I don't have the cartridge in, but it is somewhere between 165 and 300 hours.
Jesus.
It's somewhere in that. I think it's like 200 something. But yeah, I have a to-do list on my phone, and it'll be like anything from like, hey, go buy milk to, and the last thing on my to-do list is get all the Korok seeds. LOL. And I was like, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I was going to at one point. I did it for like a college video where I did like Breath of the Wild in real life, where like I would complete mundane tasks, but like a Korok would pop up.
That's pretty cool.
And so I was like, yeah, I'm going to get all the Koroks. But then I was like, no, I'm good. Like I've beat the game, and this being my first completed or beaten Zelda game, I was like, there's no post game.
Yeah.
And it is forever going to remain, hey, your next mission is go defeat Ganon. It's like I did that twice.
Yeah.
Just to make sure I didn't do anything wrong the first time.
Well, because typically in those games, all of the evil is because of him. So like, typically like, let's say you defeat Calamity Ganon, all of the monsters disappear. So then it's just like they can't give you a world after it.
See, that would be cool if then Koroks popped up.
Okay, yeah.
And it said, hey, go explore the world because now you can like...
But now you can't get monster parts and things like that,
Yeah. But it's just, I love, like, Tori and I, we played that game. She would watch me and we'd play it for hours. I remember we went to my mom's house and all the lights are off in the living room. And she's got like a 75-inch TV, and it just felt like the equivalent of watching one of your favorite movies in a movie theater for the first time. Where it's like, I've done nothing but watch The Goonies on TV, but now I'm in the fucking movie theater watching it. It's a completely different experience.
When we saw Scream in the theater, I had seen Scream so many times, and then seeing it in the theater, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Especially when that movie's all about movies,
Yeah. It's just, that game was like an experience for me, at least. So, all right, what is your number 3?
Smash Bros.
Okay, so that is, yep, just looking at it, I was right. The 2 games that are in our top 12.
Didn't you end up saying 3?
I did say 3. Oh my god, fucking Odyssey's not your top 12.
I don't even know how close it is.
Jesus.
Like I said though, in my defense, I play a lot of RPGs.
Your Mario Kart's up there.
Mario Kart, that was actually another one I played while when I quit.
Why Mario?
I 3-starred all of them.
Oh, 200cc?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But dude, Odyssey's way down here.
Dang.
I think that's about 15 to 20 hours of gameplay.
Wow, mine was, 100 something, I already said?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's our 2 games that match would be Smash and Breath of the Wild. Yeah. For good reason, I would say.
But dude, to say something on World of Light, bro, those certain areas that were pulled from games.
Mm-hmm.
So like you go into the one and it's that whole Zelda one.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, it's the Lost Woods, and then you get the Master Sword and it zooms out and it's the Triforce. Dude, that was like one of the first screenshots. Like I fucking screenshotted the fuck out of that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, on to because we talked a lot about Smash.
Splatoon 2.
Splatoon, dude.
That is one of those games, just like Mario Kart, where I would... Oh, God, I played this at Tori's parents' house for every day. I would, while matches were being found, I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna go clean, do something. I just sit there. I get up, entertain myself for a minute. It's sad that it took that long to load.
It's.
But I played through.
That's another one. I beat the story while I quit.
I never did. I got close. That fucking final Agent 3.
Dude, I did like 4 things in Octo expansion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was the first game that Ryby bought before me.
Splatoon 2.
Yeah, because you brought it over and we played it and he fucking loved it and he bought it. And I remember I was sitting there and you two were playing it, and I was like, "This is fucking bullshit." I'm sitting here playing something else, and you guys are like, "Oh, bro, I got the roll." I'm like, I guess I gotta go buy it.
Yeah, because we were playing the salmon run.
Yeah, I was like, I need to fucking go do this.
Which is now one of the main things that they're talking about in Splatoon 3.
Yeah.
So it's like, fuck. But yeah, I didn't play through the in-game story mode. I did, but I didn't complete it. But it was the $20 expansion pack that fucking... And now it's included in the fucking Nintendo Online subscription, which is like, all right.
I mean, so was the booster pass, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, if you had bought in the booster pass, and then 6 months from now, they announced it was on the expansion pack you were already paying for, you know?
Yeah.
At least it's the Octo expansion. They're just like, hey, guys, Splatoon 3... Because it was that same day. They said, hey, Splatoon 3 is coming out September 9th. Here's the Octo expansion for free, kind of, if you got the expansion pack. Because, like, to me, the booster pass was free. Because I bought the expansion pack for the 64 and the Genesis. And then they were like, oh, hey, and you get the Mario booster pass, too. And I was like, oh, sweet.
Yeah. So, yeah, Splatoon 2, it's just... It's one of those games that it's like... I was like Pikmin 3 is more of a better example, but it was like, I'm the only one I know that loves this game.
Yeah.
And until I played my number one game, this was my number one most hours put into it, like 250. And even every now and then I'll think about putting it on, but it's way quicker to enjoy Mario Kart for me than it is Splatoon.
Yeah.
So what is your number 2?
Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate.
Jesus
Which
Christ.
is insane. Because if this was any other Monster Hunter game, it'd be my number 1. Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate on my Wii U, 250 hours in. Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate on my 3DS, like 220 hours in. Got like 80 in this. But it was just dope. Because you're grinding out these monsters. I would want armor so bad. But like it has a crazy drop rate. So like it would take me 25 minutes to beat a monster, and I had to beat him 7 times.
And was this the one that you were playing with Ryby and them?
I played with Ryby.
Okay.
And then they brought out Monster Hunter Rise.
On Xbox.
That was Monster Hunter World.
Jesus Christ.
And then Monster Hunter World, or Rise, came to Switch. But they added in this weird kind of tower defense-like mechanic to it. I just want to hunt monsters. But then now there are these things where a barrier's going to be busted and you've got to defend from all these monsters. I'm like, I don't want that. I just want to go hunt shit. But I mean, super good. I beat the story, and I got to like G rank, which is the highest rank. You know, it goes like Monster Hunter, or low rank is like 1 through 5. And then like 7 through 12 is high rank, which all it is like the monsters get stronger.
Mm-hmm.
And then G rank is the highest, where you fight the strongest monsters, and then the armors kind of change. And that's also where like some of the cooler monsters are like locked behind that.
I'm surprised Monster Hunter went under the radar with Smash. I think at that point, when you're speculating on what characters are going to join Smash, which I wish we would have been doing this podcast back when that was the thing.
Yeah.
But it's all right.
If we do it now, we'll get it 100%. Yeah. I will be right.
Yeah. My bingo card will be 25 for 25.
I just want all my amiibo.
It was interesting. I know for a while it was like, yeah, I could see a Monster Hunter character getting brought into
People would have
Smash.
bitched that it's a new fucking sword.
Yeah. I said, yeah, like I know.
Well, because like everybody...
Oh, like a new sword.
Everybody complained.
I was just going to say, I was like, yeah, well, another fucking sword fighter is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here, we're going to talk about your number 1, because my number 1 is a game no one's talked about yet. Okay. I think.
Yeah. No. So my number 1, Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
I mean, fucking... What can I say?
Is it your favorite
it's
Legend?
Not.
It's not?
It's not.
What's your favorite Legend of Zelda game?
Wind Waker.
Oh.
So, Breath of the Wild was phenomenal. I loved the world and everything. But there was something about it was, and I totally get why, is because it's 100 years. It was like a failed one, which was crazy. You know, like all these people died. Like when you beat the game, it wasn't gonna magically fix all of the damage that has been done, and I appreciated that. But Andrew, there was something about just like really getting to go do shit with characters, like in Wind Waker, like Tetra and the Pirates, or I was saving Ariel, or I had the King of Red Lions, Skyward Sword. You've got various NPCs. You even got Fi or Fee, whatever you want to pronounce it. You know,
I'd say Fee.
Like she, you know, even as annoying as she was always there.
Yes.
Breath of the Wild was kind of lonely, and it made sense why. You know, it's like
shit, I never thought about that.
It's 100 years. I mean, granted, you've got Impa and shit like that helps you, but overall, it was
She's just sitting in Kakariko Village waiting to tell you the same thing.
Because
hey, go here.
Because like even when you free the Divine Beast, like Rivali and them are like still dead.
I would not have been able to do that if it were not for you.
Dude,
you helped me do the camel.
That game, those dungeons threw everything I knew out of the way. Because in my mind, like if you're playing a Zelda game, let's say like you're like, oh, I'm in the water temple. It's like you get the long shot in the water temple.
Yeah.
So you're gonna use the long shot a lot.
In these,
there were so many moments where I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, oh yeah, I can freeze that water.
What are those? What are they called?
The Sheikah runes.
Yes. Dude. You have all five of those?
I think it's
because you got a circular bomb, a square bomb,
I think
cryostasis, and the magnet.
Yeah.
And then you can do amiibo and camera, which those don't really count. But like you had those immediately.
Yeah. So I mean, you ran through those shrines, got those,
and it was like, fuck. I can't read this fucking map. Dude, like having to rotate the fucking lizard or whatever.
That was my biggest gripe. The map, I appreciate the 3D aspect of it, especially when you got to Hyrule Castle. If I didn't know that the boss was that way, like, hey, go up.
Yeah.
I don't give a the map in Hyrule Castle is fucking pointless.
I remember when I first played Breath of the Wild, my mission, 120 shrines, bet, let's do that before I do Ganon. And I'm close to the middle. I'm at like the castle, and I'm just gliding over. And you reach a threshold when it turns into the castle. The music changes. The fucking ancient monster people are trying to like the machines are trying to shoot
Guardians.
you. Yes.
Yeah.
And then the map turns on, and I was like, I'm gonna turn around. This isn't what I want to do.
Yeah. I
like the fun missions.
Yeah. No, it was. But I mean, it had that moment of. When you get there, I tell you one thing, Calamity Ganon kicked my ass.
Dude, that was fun.
Ryby watched, I wasn't good at shield parrying.
Yeah.
Dude, Ryby watched me lose so much to that.
Was it more him watching you lose to that, or you watching me try to fight a gold fucking Lionel?
Dude, I felt so bad because you didn't even beat it.
I don't think I did. And I was so determined. Well, dude, you beat it.
Oh, I think I did it without taking damage either. But no, dude, that was actually so I beat Breath of the Wild, and then the DLC came out, and it was like, oh, you can do Master Mode, and I didn't. I was like, I'm not gonna do Master Mode right now, but like beat the DLC like when the second wave came out, and it was actually story DLC.
The Champions Battle.
Yeah, and when I finally wanted to replay Breath of the Wild, I did Master Mode, bro. You get to that point where you can like watch, like it'll show you the last. Dude, you would see X. Like I was moving, just fucking dying. But that shit was.
My favorite is when you finally got the travel medallion.
Yeah,
I think that's what it was called. It showed me from day one, and it was just the Great Plateau Tower X, Great Plateau Tower X, and I just kept jumping off trying to see if I could live.
But that was fun though, because it was like
what was your
it made stuff hard.
I have a favorite part. I have two. I have three. It was just an experience. What was your favorite part of Breath of the Wild? Like was it the DLC? Was it fucking Zora's Domain? Anything like that?
Well, dude, I've always whenever it's come to stuff, I've always preferred like water things.
Mm-hmm.
So I've always really loved the Zoras.
Yeah.
So I knew going into this, I was like, bro, with the way that they're doing this game, I need to see Zora's domain.
And I loved
I got my armor.
The outfits, yeah.
I got my armor.
Swimming up waterfalls was fucking awesome.
I had a fucking Zora shield and a Zora sword with my armor, and I screenshotted that, and I was like, dude, this is sick. Like, it was so fun. Voice acting, I know a lot of people had some voice acting issues, but I liked it.
Never complained.
But that was
Link.
I think hitting the dude. My favorite thing is like when you go back and you realize there was a way better way to do something.
Yeah,
dude, because like some of these towers, I would just refuse. I'm like, I'm not going all the way around this mountain. I'm gonna fucking climb it.
Yeah.
And I would like eat food on my way up to take my stamina. I'm like, fuck this, dude. I'm doing it.
Yeah, and
dying at the Master Sword a lot.
Ooh,
because you had to test it. I didn't know I needed 13 hearts.
Yeah, I did know. I don't know if it was from you. I think it was from you, but I knew. So it took. I don't want to say it took the fun out of it. I would have hated it had I not known.
Yeah, I died a couple times.
So that was just me like, oh, do the shrines before I do yet another thing. My favorite part of playing Breath of the Wild, and I feel like it's fair that we talk about this game the most.
Yeah. I think this was like it. Yeah. You know, like
this is like, hey, this is what's gonna sell you on a Switch.
Yeah.
I always called it Eventide, and I'm mad that I did, but Eventide Island.
That would
where
when you just wake up and you don't have your shit.
Yeah, and I'm just like, fuck yeah, let's go,
dude. No, that was super dope.
And I think what makes everyone love this game even more, like me especially, is that everything's optional.
Yeah.
I remember discovering this snake's mouth that led you into a temple. Yeah. And I was like, this is the coolest fuck. I'm just walking around and I just discovered this. Or when I first saw, I don't know if they all have different names, but Lineru.
Yeah.
When the music changed and I'm just watching this dragon, I was like, bro, I could fucking cry right now. This is so awesome.
It was, I mean, I remember being like fucking just blown away by, oh no, I'm dying because it's too cold.
Yeah.
Shit, I need to figure out how I'm going to get up here.
I loved, like, just the little things, like cooking all the different recipes.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, did not do all of them. I've made myself several nasty meals.
And if it takes my hearts up, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
dude.
and like the Durin fruit.
Yeah.
I was just like, fuck yeah, you can tell me I got like 17 extra like yellow hearts.
Yeah, dude,
That's what's up.
And then one of my favorite moments was learning that Urbosa's Fury would just fucking wipe so many bosses, dude.
Yeah.
That helped me when I played through on Master Mode. I was like, cool, I need to go get Urbosa's Fury because that'll help me with these other blights.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, and then I'm going straight to Mifa because I want the... if I die, I get hearts back.
See, you had a game plan.
I had a fucking game plan.
I fucking went to...
But that was my second playthrough.
I went to Gerudo. Is it Gerudo or Gerudo?
I think it's Gerudo.
I feel like I always said Gerudo because I always knew I said it the wrong way. But that was the first divine beast I fought. And I was like, I need Austin. I can't do this one. And then you told me that was the hardest of the four. I was like, fuck. All right, well, that makes me feel less,
Yeah.
But yeah, and then when the DLC came out, I bought the first pack. I didn't buy the champion. I don't know if you had to buy them or whatever, but I got the first one, and I just remember the trial of the sword.
Dude, I've actually never done that.
Adrenaline got me through it.
Dude, I've never... I think I ran in there once to see what it was about. I've never gone through and done it.
It was so new when I first played it that Tori was sitting next to me looking up a walkthrough, and the walkthrough wasn't updated. So it was like, hey, room 17, you're it. There were like 20 plus rooms.
Yeah, I think there's...
And I kept going, and I'd be like, this has got to be it. And then another room, and I'm just like, I'm on like no fucking hearts. If I die, and then I made it.
Yeah,
and
it was...
Yeah, Breath of the Wild has rightfully earned its place as like top video games of all time.
Yeah, I mean... People want to say stuff about like the spin-offs, if you want to consider like Phantom Hourglass, shit like that. But it's like, dude, like
they don't really make...
There are these games, which Phantom Hourglass wasn't even really a spin-off.
They don't really make bad.
Dude, well that's the thing. Yeah. Same thing with like, if a new Mario game comes out, I'll fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Because the track record, the only series that gets me coming back, even though the games will disappoint me for 10 years, is Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. For me, I'm gonna forever play Mario Karts, Mario Parties, Paper Mario. Well, no, I can't say Paper Mario's because I skipped the Wii U Color Splash and the 3DS Sticker Star.
I thought you said Dicker Star.
Right. Okay, fuck it. My number one game, because I think we've talked about Legend of Zelda enough. And
Never.
This is an outlier. This is a cheat. It's Ring Fit. I played Ring Fit Adventure for over 350 hours.
True, but like I don't think that's you didn't just do it to work out.
Yeah.
You went through, because you could have just ran through this multiple times.
Well, fucking...
But you were like, man, I'm about to do 100 fucking arm presses today because I want that title.
Yeah.
Like...
I did that at the end.
Yeah, that is fucking crazy.
I eventually... And, like, one of them is like, hey, do 5,000 squats. And it's like, I achieved every possible thing you could in that game.
Right.
Besides reaching level 999. And even this past week, because I need the motivation to work out. So with fucking Ring Fit, I gotta cut that part out.
It's at an hour and 30 minutes.
with Ring Fit, I started off a video series where I was just like, I'm gonna play this for like 30 days. And it wasn't even like, hey, I'm gonna lose weight. It was like, I just want to play the RPG part of it.
Yeah.
And then I did, and I realized I want to complete the RPG part of it. And then it got to a point where I started losing weight after like 40 days. And I was like, fuck, now I want to do all the titles. So I do like, max reps of shit. And then people noticed that I was losing weight. I got you into Ring Fit for a little bit. Ryby was into it. Tori, I bought her a copy. Just people were messaging me, people that I normally wouldn't talk to. And just like, hey, what's this about Ring Fit? And it felt really cool.
Yeah.
Like, just like that with Breath of the Wild, it was more an experience for me than it was a video game.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to put Breath of the Wild on the same ranks as, like, Super Monkey Ball.
Yeah.
Which, terrible example, because fuck those games. They were only good on the GameCube.
Did you buy the one?
Yep.
That had the GameCube one on it?
Yep.
And it still wasn't good?
Nope.
Damn.
There was something about it when I was younger that I liked. But, alright, guys. Those were our top 12 fucking... We talked about games, man. We talked about it. I'm surprised none of us hit on Pokemon. But you know what? We can save that for another day.
Well, dude, the thing that's funny is, like, just, like, scrolling through here, I got Sword... jeez, where are they?
Actually...
Arceus, or Arceus, whatever you want to pronounce. That was really good.
Fucking...
Pokemon Snap.
Let's Go Pikachu for me. Pikachu is actually number 13.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I don't know how I actually managed to play it for that long, but I did.
Damn. Well, see, my thing is, like, I've got all these games that I put, like, 15, 20 hours in. But then when all of these other games are, like, fucking RPGs, because it's like...
You are required.
Well, dude, because then if, like, before Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Tales of Vesperia, my 64, Chocobo Mystery Dungeon, Pokemon Sword, Xenoblade Chronicles 1, Fire Emblem, Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
It's...
Yeah. Like, the games in my top 12 that don't really deserve it would be, like, Ring Fit, Splatoon, Mario Kart, Super Mario Maker, Tetris. Games that, like, you can just play for a little bit and be done.
Yeah.
But I loved what little bit I played to where I just kept wanting to replay it.
Mine is I just keep... Square Enix is just taking all my money.
All right.
I'm not even playing.
That's, you know what? I think that's a good first episode.
That's a good first episode. If you made it this far, thanks, Mom.
Yeah.
My mom doesn't do anything that I'm in. She doesn't like me like that.
She doesn't like us talking.
Dude.
I remember that was her biggest complaint about the podcast, and I tried so hard to stifle my laughter because she's like, you guys just keep talking. I'm like, it's a fucking podcast.
Dude. Well, like,
that's the point.
My favorite thing is that my mom won't watch anything that's me and David because me and David cuss too much. Because when me and David put together DNA Gaming, we were just two dudes that thought we were funny. Everybody wants to hear how funny we fucking are.
I watched...
And my mom's like, you guys cuss too much. I don't like it.
I watched every episode twice.
Yeah, because you made that video.
I did. It was one of my favorite...
I am still holding a DNA podcast hostage on my computer. Me and David recorded that shit like 3 months ago.
Well, you know what? I do all of this on my... if he wanted it, he'd come and get it.
Right.
Because this is going up
Sometime.
Yeah.
Is this a separate YouTube channel or is this going up on Not Your Average Ty?
This is going on, but Not Your Average Ty.
Okay.
I'm not having our work go to not a 0 subscribe channel. It's fucking all this work, this 2 years of waiting, and it's like, hey guys, subscribe to this new channel.
I feel bad that we're doing this so late, but thanks, Anthony.
Yes, for the artwork that you're seeing.
Yeah, Anthony did that art of Tyler and I at a super long table talking.
Yeah, it was awesome.
So shout out to him for that. I mean, Tyler paid him, so like, fuck you, Anthony. But no. So I know I said something about Sonic, and Anthony got really excited, and then we just stopped it, and he's like, fuck you guys.
All right. Well, so we will see you. I don't know,
6 months from now.
Yeah.
We'll see you when Breath of the Wild 2 comes out.
We are not gonna have a schedule. Ideally, I'm gonna talk to Austin about this off screen. But you guys are going to get these episodes on a Sunday. I'm not going to use these episodes to replace my weekly Wednesday uploads. That's not fair.
You still do that?
I do, yeah. I've been doing it since fucking September. It is now May. I don't want to make any promises because obviously this took forever for us to get going, but it eventually got to a point where I wanted to do this. I wanted to make it a thing.
Yeah, no, it's just hard.
Plus, for like the first 6 months, I was legitimately convinced you didn't want to do it.
Why, bro?
You just kept saying, I'd be like, dude, do you actually want to do this? And you're like, I can't even say it without laughing. But you would just look at me and like raise your eyebrows and go like, yeah, dude, totally, sure. I'm just like, fuck you, man. I'm like writing a list of names for a podcast at work, and you're just like, yeah, no, it's
and then
crazy.
you left.
Like a year later.
You didn't even text me.
All right.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk about that off screen.
Bye.
Later.